Hey, everybody, and welcome to another deep dive. I'm really excited about this one because, well, who doesn't love a good creation story? And today we're diving into the Vedic creation story with this amazing chart as our guide.
Oh, absolutely. It's one thing to read about these concepts, but seeing them laid out visually like this is incredible.
Right. It's like a roadmap to the cosmos. And trust me, we're going to need it because this chart doesn't hold back. It throws you right into the deep end with Mahavishnu.
The source of countless universes. It's mind-blowing.
So we're not just talking about our universe here. We're talking about universes plural, as in this being exhales and PO8F, a universe is born.
And inhales and it's reabsorbed, eventually leading to a new cycle of creation.
Try wrapping your head around that time scale.
Yeah.
We're talking 311.04 trillion years for just one breath of Mahavishnu. It's almost impossible to fathom,
It really puts our concept of time into perspective.
Okay, so we've got these universes popping in and out of existence. But what about the nitty-gritty? What's happening inside these universes?
Well, that's where things get even more interesting. Inside each universe, you've got Garbhodakasai Vishnu.
Hold on. Did you say Garbhodakasai Vishnu?
I did. It's a mouthful, right?
Okay, so what does that even mean?
Basically, it's another form of Vishnu, but this one's responsible for the creation within each individual universe.
So it's like a cosmic Russian doll situation.
Exactly. You've got Mahavishnu breathing out universes, and then inside each one, you have Garbhodakasai Vishnu keeping things running.
But wait, there's more, isn't there? There's another Vishnu on this chart. Sirdokasai Vishnu.
You're on top of it. Sirdokasai Vishnu is an expansion of Garbhodakasai Vishnu. This one represents the divine presence within the very atoms of the universe. Think of it like this. Even at the smallest level, the divine is present.
Wow, so it's not just about creating the universe, but about being a part of it, like fundamentally woven into its very fabric.
Exactly, and this interconnectedness is key to understanding this creation story. Now, according to this chart, the first being to emerge within each universe is Lord Brahma.
Yes. Often depicted with four heads, right?
Right. Representing the four Vedas, those ancient scriptures full of spiritual knowledge.
And I see here on the chart he's depicted emerging from a lotus flower.
Blooming from the navel of Garbhodakasai Vishnu. It's such a powerful image.
It really is. Yeah. So Brahma pops into existence, but he's not just hanging out in the void, is he? He comes equipped with this incredible knowledge, right?
Exactly. He receives this Vedic knowledge, this cosmic blueprint, directly from Sirdokasai Vishnu residing within his heart. Fascinating, isn't it? Receiving that direct download from the source.
It makes you wonder about the implications, right? What does it mean for this first being to have that direct line to the divine? And how did he use that knowledge to shape the universe?
It's incredible to think about. He's shaping the universe as we know it. Planets, stars, even the demigods, those powerful beings governing the natural world, all stem from his actions. But it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What about the other forces at play, like Lord Shiva? He has such a fascinating role in this whole dance of creation and destruction, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. Lord Shiva. Now, there's a deity who often gets misunderstood. People hear destroyer of worlds and they kind of freak out. It's like, whoa, they're heavy stuff. But you can't have creation without a little destruction, can you? It's about balance.
Precisely. Think of it like this. It's not about some angry deity going around smashing things up. It's about the natural ebb and flow, the cyclical nature of existence. Everything returns to that primordial state eventually, so new beginnings can emerge.
And that's what Shiva embodies, isn't it? That necessary dissolution, that return to pure potential. And it's fascinating. This chart actually shows him involved in both sides of the equation.
Yes, creation and destruction, two sides of the same coin. Shiva's dance, you might say. A constant interplay of forces. It's what keeps the whole cosmic wheel turning. But where do we fit into all of this? We've got these universes being born, these powerful deities shaping reality, but what about us? Humans, where's our place in this grand story?
Right. We can't forget about ourselves in all of this. And it looks like this chart might give us a clue. Check this out. Who's this figure? Sambhu. He seems to be gazing directly at a female figure emanating from Shiva.
That's Durga. She represents the material world, the world we experience with our senses. And Sambhu, well, that's another aspect of Shiva. And look closely, see how Sambhu's gazing at Durga, and there's something flowing from his eyes toward her.
Yeah, like some kind of energy or...
Souls.
So we're talking about the origin of the soul here.
We are.
Yeah.
This is how, according to this interpretation, souls enter into the material world. It's through Sambha's gaze, his attention, that spark of consciousness is infused into matter.
And are we to assume that this soul is, well, is it something new or?
Ah, good question. That brings us to another key concept in Vedic thought. The eternal nature of the soul. It's not something that just pops into existence when we're born. The soul is considered a fragment of the divine, existing before and beyond our current physical embodiments, like our time here, just a small chapter in a much, much larger story.
Wow. So all this time we thought we were the stars of the show, and really we're just guests for a little while.
It's a humbling thought, isn't it? But also pretty amazing when you think about it. We carry that potential, that connection to something so much bigger than ourselves within us all the time, the spark of the infinite. Incredible, really.
It really makes you look at things differently, doesn't it? Like, suddenly my to-do list doesn't seem quite as pressing. But seriously, this whole concept of the soul as eternal, a part of the divine, it's a lot to process.
It is. And it's a beautiful reminder that even though we experience this world as individuals, on a fundamental level, we're all connected. We're all part of this grand interconnected web of existence. And that interconnectedness, it's not just a spiritual concept. This chart shows us how it plays out on a cosmic scale too. Think about it. Those universes being breathed in and out by Mahavishnu. It's a powerful metaphor for the cyclical nature of, well, everything.
Right. It's like what you were saying earlier about Shiva. Creation and destruction, not as separate forces, but two sides in the same coin. And that cycle, it's happening everywhere we look, isn't it? The seasons changing, relationships evolving, even our own bodies constantly renewing themselves. It's a never-ending dance of creation and dissolution, and it's all part of a larger cosmic order.
Exactly. And that can be a really comforting thought when you're feeling lost or uncertain. It's like no matter what's going on in our little corner of the universe, we're still a part of something so much bigger and more ancient. We're held within that cycle, that cosmic dance.
It's almost as if this ancient creation story, with all its deities and symbolism, is giving us a framework for understanding not just the universe, but our own lives, our own experiences.
It is. And isn't it fascinating how these ancient stories still resonate with us today? It's like they tap into something deep within the human psyche, something that recognizes these universal truths, regardless of our background or beliefs.
It's been an amazing deep dive, and I feel like we've only just scratched the surface. But that's the beauty of this chart and these stories, really. They invite us to keep exploring, keep learning, keep asking those big questions about existence.
Absolutely. There's always more to uncover. Who knows, maybe this conversation will spark a new line of inquiry for our listeners. Maybe they'll discover their own unique interpretations of this creation story and what it means for their lives.
Now, wouldn't that be something? So, to everyone listening, we encourage you to keep that sense of wonder alive. Keep exploring, keep questioning, keep diving deep into the mysteries of existence. Who knows what incredible insights you might find? Until next time.